Number 10, Óbidos. Óbidos is a town and a municipality in the Oeste region, the historical province of Extremadura, and the Leiria district. The town proper has approximately 3,100 inhabitants. Óbidos Lagoon is fine for swimming, but be careful of very strong currents at certain areas and times. Óbidos is the perfect destination to stay for a few nights while exploring some of the charming Portuguese towns along the Atlantic Ocean. If you spend more than a few hours in Óbidos, you'll get a chance to interact with the local residents and discover a more traditional side of Portugal. You can stay in castle hotels that have been visited by a king or queen, and have changed little for centuries. The Óbidos region is famed for its cherry liqueur called Ginginha de Óbidos, and no trip to Óbidos is complete without savoring this sweet-tasting drink in one of the town's small bars. Number 9, Dubrovnik. Dubrovnik is a city in southern Croatia fronting the Adriatic Sea. It's known for its distinctive old town, encircled with massive stone walls completed in the 16th century. Its well-preserved buildings range from Baroque St. Blaise Church to Renaissance Sponza Palace and Gothic Rector's Palace, now a history museum. Paved with limestone, the pedestrianized Stradun, or Plaza, is lined with shops and restaurants. It is known for its rich history and culture, stunning architecture, and picturesque landscapes. The city's old town is listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is full of historic landmarks like the walls of Dubrovnik and Rector's Palace. April to mid-June and mid-September to mid-October is the best time to visit Dubrovnik because there are fewer tourists, the weather is generally nice at that time of the year, accommodation prices are more affordable, and all bars, restaurants, and activities are open and running. Number 8, Hallstatt. Hallstatt is a village on Lake Hallstatt's western shore in Austria's mountainous Salzkammergut region. Its 16th-century alpine houses and alleyways are home to cafes and shops. Hallstatt is a picture-perfect town in Austria. This was once a quiet place, off of the radar of many European visitors. However, in recent years, Hallstatt has become one of the most popular places to visit in Austria. Hallstatt is known for its production of salt, dating back to prehistoric times, and cave. Its name to the Hallstatt culture, the archaeological culture linked to Proto-Celtic and early Celtic people of the early Iron Age in Europe. Number 7, San Gimignano. San Gimignano is an Italian hill town in Tuscany, southwest of Florence. Encircled by 13th-century walls, its old town centers on Piazza della Cisterna, a triangular square lined with medieval houses. It has a skyline of medieval towers, including the stone Torre Grossa. The Duomo di San Gimignano is a 12th-century church with frescoes by Ghirlandaio in its Santa Fina chapel. After seeing the best things to do in San Gimignano, you will get an authentic look into the Tuscan countryside, outside of large cities like Florence and Siena. Number 6. Bruges. Bruges, the capital of West Flanders in northwest Belgium, is distinguished by its canals, cobbled streets, and medieval buildings. Its port, Zeebrugge, is an important center for fishing and European trade. In the city center's Burg Square, the 14th-century Stade Huys, City Hall, has an ornately carved ceiling. Nearby, Markt Square features a 13th-century belfry with a 47-bell carillon and 83 meters tower with panoramic views. Bruges is absolutely worth adding to your Belgium itinerary for many reasons. From its sheer beauty to its history to its opportunities for people watching, beer indulging, and museum seeing, Bruges is a great place to stop. Number 5. Rothenburg ob der Tauber. Rothenburg ob der Tauber is a German town in northern Bavaria known for its medieval architecture. Half-timbered houses line the cobblestone lanes of its old town. The town walls include many preserved gatehouses and towers, plus a covered walkway on top. St. Jakob's Church houses an intricate, late Gothic altarpiece by woodcarver Tilman Riemenschneider. The medieval town hall has a tower with panoramic views. Number 4. Mont Saint-Michel. Mont Saint-Michel is a tidal island and mainland commune in Normandy, France. The island lies approximately 1 kilometer off the country's northwestern coast, at the mouth of the Quinone River near Avranches, and is 7 hectares in area. Mont Saint-Michel is a tiny little commune on an island in France and is one of the prettiest places to visit in France. Its abbey is famous the world over, and it probably comes as no surprise that Mont Saint-Michel is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The Abbey of the Mont Saint-Michel became a renowned center of learning, attracting some of the greatest minds and manuscript illuminators in Europe. Vast numbers of pilgrims visited, despite endless cross-channel conflict. In fact, the ramparts at the base of the island were built to keep the English forces out. Number 3. Kotor. Kotor is a fortified town on Montenegro's Adriatic coast, in a bay near the limestone cliffs of Mount Lovćen. Characterized by winding streets and squares, its medieval old town has several Romanesque churches, including Kotor Cathedral. It's also home to the Maritime Museum, which explores local seafaring history. Sveti Dort, one of 2 tiny islands off the ancient town of Perast, features a centuries-old church. Kotor is known for the medieval old town and the 16th century fortifications that rise up the hill to protect it. Number 2, Toledo, Spain. Toledo is an ancient city set on a hill above the plains of Castilla-La Mancha in central Spain. The capital of the region, it's known for the medieval Arab, Jewish and Christian monuments in its walled old city. It was also the former home of Mannerist painter El Greco. The Moorish Bisacar Gate and the Sal Gate, in Mudéjar style, open into the old quarter, where the Plaza de Zocodover is a lively meeting place. If you want an exciting town with beautiful medieval architecture and fantastic restaurants, then Kotor Old Town is the place for you. Kotor, Montenegro gives you excellent access to popular tourist attractions while bypassing a lot of the traffic along the coast. Number 1, Siena, Italy. Siena, a city in central Italy's Tuscany region, is distinguished by its medieval brick buildings. The fan-shaped central square, Piazza del Campo, is the site of the Palazzo Pubblico, the Gothic town hall, and Torre del Monte, a slender 14th-century tower with sweeping views from its distinctive white crown. The city's 17 historic contrada districts extend outward from the piazza. Siena is definitely one you will want to check out. Siena is one of the most popular and visited places in Tuscany, a place extremely rich in history and art and with strong local traditions tied to its 17 districts, called Contrade, and to the famous Palio di Siena, the biggest annual event that takes place twice each summer in the city.